Goeiedag aan ons. Daar is ons
Goeiemôre.
op hierdie pragtige Woensdag.
Yes, pragtig Woensdag.
Ehm,
Heerlijke warm dag hier in Windhoek.
Ja, 22ste.
Die 22 November, ja, nog 'n dag hier nader aan die einde van 2023.
Ja, ja, dit klink vreeslik, maar dit is eintlik realisties. As jy sê dag nader aan die einde. Maar kom ons maak dit nie so verskriklik hard op die ore nie. Kom ons maak dit 'n dag nader aan die einde van November maak.
Net so.
So, julle moet my julle goedjies in plek kry vir die vakansie.
Ja, ek dink daar's 'n paar mense wat al beplannings doen en aankopies doen en begin pak en dinge uitsorteer vir 'n lekker wegbreek.
Daar's 'n paar mense wat baie gefrustreerd is. Daar's 'n paar mense wat hulle reëlings gelos het tot die laaste oomblik en
Ja.
nou sukkel om akkommodasie te kry.
Wat natuurlik elke keer die
Wel, selfs by die kus, nê. Ek sien op verskeie van die WhatsApp groepe en die ouens praat oor kan iemand dalk vir my sê waar kan ek 'n woonstel huur of waar kan ek 'n plek huur? Nou die vraag kom gewoonlik met 'n stelling by. Waar kan ek 'n bekostigbare plek? Nou wat is bekostigbaar, dink jy? Per persoon per
Ek kan nie vir
aand.
jou sê nie, Dirk. Ek kan nie vir jou sê op hierdie stadium nie.
Weet jy wat nee, maar die probleem is dat die ouens wat nou nog wel plek het, hulle sit tube stil en wag hulle tot op 99 sê hulle ja, ek het vir jou plek. Ek gaan jou R1200 vra per persoon per nag.
Ja.
En die ou wat absoluut desperaat is, gaan dit maar betaal.
Kyk, as ek nou van Henties Baai kan praat, meeste van die plekke daar is jy huur die hele huis vir 'n sekere bedrag. Dis bitter min wat hulle eintlik per persoon vra teen sê jy
Nee, ek
kan
verstaan dit.
soos.
Ja.
So dan natuurlik ook af hoe groot jou huis is, baie van die 2 slaapkamerplekke, wat sê net maar 4 mense kan vat, is tussen 1300 1500. Wat ek dink
Per kamer of per persoon?
vir die huisie self.
O, vir die huisie, ek hoor wat jy
dag,
sê.
ja. So daar kan sê net maar 4
Maar dis
mense
nie
slaap,
bad
maar
nie.
as jy net 2 mense is, dan is dit 'n ongelukkige koste.
Ja.
Dat jy 'n bietjie ekstra. Dit is gewoonlik wat die pryse gaan. Die groter plekke kan tot 2500, 2800 gaan, maar hulle het natuurlik baie meer slaapkamers. Daai ek weet spesifiek van plekke, ek gaan nou nie name noem vandag nie, wat 3 slaapkamers het en dan soos hierdie slaapbanke waarop die kinders gewoonlik slaap.
Ja.
Dan tussen 2.5 en 2.8 gaan per nag vir die hele plek. Ja.
Wel vir 'n familie kan dit miskien doen as die van julle wel wat op InfoStream ingeskakel is. As julle plek het of julle wil hier op 99 of die volgende week 2 weke by ons adverteer, is julle baie welkom. Al wat julle doen is stuur vir ons 'n foto van die plek. Kontaknommers maak met ander woorde so 'n klein poster. En dan sê julle net goed, hierdie plek is beskikbaar teen die tarief per dag.
Ja.
En dan sal ons dit hier op InfoStream sit op ons vra 'n klein fooi daarvoor. Is regtig nie baie nie, maar jy kan die platform gebruik want daar's heel wat mense wat kyk en saamgesels. Dan doen ons dit graag. So jy maak net kontak met ons en dan kyk ons hoe kan ons daardie advertensie of die plek fasiliteer in terme van ons reklame, maar dit sal jou dalk help om mense te kry by jou plekkie te bly. Dit is Motoring Wednesday vandag.
Yes.
Woensdag en ons gesels met Fabian. Vandag oor alle maatskappy, die nooddienste wat hulle aanbied en ons het ook 'n paar telefoonnommers. Nou baie belangrik, ons doen dit graag hierdie tyd van die jaar, hierdie tyd van die maand.
Ek het verskriklik baie koors vandag,
Is dit?
met my verskoon.
Waar is die kat?
Ek nies my op.
Is dit?
Ja.
Ons sê jou nou water oor jou kop gooi of jou skrik maak. So ons gaan 'n bietjie met Fabian gesels. Interessante gesprek en hy gaan ook 'n paar dinge vir ons uitklaar in terme van dit wat belangrik is. Dinge wat jy moet onthou. Net soos wat jy voorberei vir jou vakansie om dit iets te maak wat jy altyd sal onthou, is dit belangrik om bewus te wees van nooddienste wat bestaan. So ons gaan met Fabian gesels. Maar baie welkom vir almal van julle. Ons is nou weer terug vir julle.
InfoStream Namibia takes you on a whole new journey by car, motorcycle, or lorry. A journey of intrigue ideas from A to B, or even C and D. Motoring on InfoStream Namibia, a whole new world, a whole new journey. Keep your motor running. Head on down the highway. InfoStream Namibia Motoring. Everything you need to know about Namibia's motoring industry.
Welcome to Yamaha Windhoek, where we stock a wide range of lubricants and oils. We also stock an extensive range of accessories and riding gear. We sell a wide range of motorcycles, new and used. Yamaha Windhoek's got tires in stock for all makes and models. Yamaha's got a fully equipped workshop and competent mechanics to make sure your bike is always running right. Yamaha Windhoek, your one-stop biking shop.
Ons is weer terug hierso.
Yes.
Paar oudjies vanoggend sê al welkom vir ons vanoggend.
Yes, Ansie Burger het al gesê, hallo julle. Sy sê sy sit nog by die hospitaal, maar sy loer vir ons, Ansie, ons dink aan jou, baie sterkte. En Pierre Sauren is ook by ons, hy sê môre almal 'n lekker dag.
Ja, definitief 'n lekker dag hier by ons. Cricketspelers is daar op die veld. Al vanoggend is regtig 'n mooi dag hier. Daar is enkele ou vlieswolkies in die lug, maar nie naaste my genoeg om verligting te bring nie. Die hoop beskaam ons egter nie dat ons dalk teen môre of die naweek 'n paar druppels gaan kry nie. Bloedig warm daar in die wêreld van Appington en omgewing, soveel so dat daar groot brandgevaar kennisgewings uit is op die weerbureau in Suid-Afrika. Nou, in Namibië moet ons eweens bewus wees van die geweldige droogte en natuurlik die tekorte en die probleme met water.
Ja.
Daar's 'n hele artikel vandag wat my nogal hoendervleis gegee het. Die water wat daar van 'n kombat se kant af kom, wat gepomp word om Bagdam en ander te bereik. 73% van daai water gaan verlore as gevolg van 'n klomp probleme.
Ja.
Pompe, pypleidings en so meer. So slegs 'n druppeltjie bereik die dam en die munisipaliteit slaag dood eenvoudig nie daarin dat ons as inwoners die nodige besparing doen. Dis ook kommerwekkend op sy eie. Maar in elk geval wees bewus daarvan. Terug by ons vakansietye. Nou vandag is Motoring Wednesday maar ons gesels vandag oor nooddienste. En ons gaan met Fabian praat. Die een kant is ietsie wat julle moet onthou. Ons gaan ook praat oor 'n plakkertjie. 'n Plakkertjie en 'n app wat bestaan, maar Fabian gaan ons meer vertel. Dat jy ook jouself so inrig, kondisioneer en bewus is van die feit dat jy op enige oomblik dalk hierdie nooddiens kan of moet gebruik. Nie ter wille van jou eie noodsituasie nie, maar dalk die van ander. So ons gaan lekker met hom daaroor gesels. En dan net weer eens, as jy 'n plekkies het wat jy wil verhuur wat nog oop is vir die vakansie, jy kan by ons adverteer. $50 vir 'n poster. En ons bied aan dat jy dit 5 keer die maand plaas, dat dit dan 'n bietjie impak het teen 'n minimale koste. So ons het 'n fotootjie nodig van jou plek, telefoonnommer, wie jy kan kontak as jy nog plek beskikbaar het, enige plek in Namibië vir hierdie feesseisoen. Wie's nog by ons?
Sy Karen Malan het ook by ons aangesluit.
Ja.
Sy sê hi, julle is al in pad in die Kaap vir oggend. Haal die sidecar adventure vir Franse toeriste.
Ja.
Dit was iets om te aanskou. Dirkas het skoon hoendervleis gekry toe hulle daar verbybrol.
Ja, die Harley Sidecars of die ouens daar is 2 organisasies, maar een spesifiek waarvan ek weet,
Ja.
wat ek dink hulle het bykans 10, dit kan al meer wees, 15 Harley Davidsons met sidecars wat jy kan gaan huur.
Ja.
Nou dis iets fantasties. Karen, ja, net vir interessantheidshalwe, my Harley, ek het nou eergister het ek nou bietjie lank met Mona gesels, maar dit lyk my die Harley gaan Kaap toe. Ons gaan hom Kaap toe draai, ons gaan na my dogter toe in Stellenbosch. So die Harley gaan die lang pad vat. Dis nou maar net 'n paar logistieke goed wat uitgesorteer moet word. Die ding wat my die meeste pla is, die warm weer op hierdie stadium.
Ja.
En dan is dit nie lekker om so ver te ry nie. Nee, uit nie. Goed, adverteerders, baie dankie. Ons moet seker vandag dan nog vir F1.
Ons sê vandag F1 autotraders, ander van sal baie dankie. Enigiets met jou kar koop of verkoop of spesiale papiere wat jy nodig het, 081-387-7029. Dirkas is vandag ook vir Rentokil.
Rentokil as hulle.
Laat pensie baie dankie. So enige poggas of probleme wat jy skakel hulle gerus om daar vir ons slaag te raak. Dan het ons natuurlik ook vir Funeral Solutions vandag vir Abigail Smit. Sê ons weer in daai moeilike tye.
Ja.
Kontak haar gerus 081-624-9191.
Ek hou van haar slagspreuk daar. Sy sê we must celebrate life.
Yes.
En nou dis vir my eintlik baie nice. Jy weet, want dis 'n ander uitkyk, dis 'n ander benadering. So ek hou nogal daarvan to celebrate life. Jy weet, of jy nou leef of jy nou dood is, you need to celebrate life. Goed, ons tydjie stap aan. Julle kan lekker saamgesels vandag. Ons het 'n interessante gesprek. Ons gaan 'n promo speel. Onthou môre is health wellness. Ons het twee interessante manne hier op die bank. Hulle gesels oor wat môre?
Ons 'n bietjie gesels oor swaaiband, reflux, daai tipe goed en natuurlik die produkte wat beskikbaar is oor die counter om dit te behandel.
Goed, dit is môre se health and wellness. Moet dit nie mis nie. Dit is ook ter inleiding van hierdie vakansieseisoen wat ons hierdie goedjies beplan. Vrydag die laaste van ons braaibroodjie kompetisie hier by Nico's. Dit gaan opwindend wees. Gaan sommer ek dink 'n lekker gees en gesindheid wees omdat ons na die einde van die jaar se kant toe staan. Promotyd en as ons daar klaar is, sê ons welkom vir Fabian. There we go. There we are. I can move up. Julia, jy kan 'n bietjie opskuif net as jy.
Ek is hoor.
I'm not biting.
Daar verstik jy op my.
Ja. Verstik ek. Dis goed. Maar ek kill. So welcome to Fabian.
Yes, baie welkom
Actually,
Fabian.
Fabian.
Actually, Fabian, yes.
Fabian.
But everybody calls me Fabian.
Fabian, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Fabian. And Fabian is actually, I think, more German. It's like my wife, everyone calls her Mona, but she's German, so it's Mona.
Yeah.
So I think Fabian sounds right.
Fabian sounds right because also of my heritage from Germany.
That's
So-
right.
Yeah.
So where are you originally from?
No, originally, I'm from the beautiful town of Hamburg. It's a bit more northern than Hamburg, but Hamburg is the closest town. That's where I grew up, where I studied all my life till I came 2009 to Namibia as medical advisor to our defense force. And yeah, I fallen in love with this beautiful country, and I stayed here.
Yeah, you decide to stay.
I decided to stay here.
And that, to our InfoStream viewers, was also the start of the company that we're going to talk about today. And that is EMA. There is just a picture. We'll give you some more information a little bit later. And I want Fabian to tell us about the beginning days of EMA and how it all came about that we got such a beautiful emergency service now in Windhoek. So give us a little bit of the background.
Yes. Actually, the background started when I came as medical advisor to Namibia.
Yeah.
And I saw the system at the moment in Namibia, and it's still current, actually. And from Germany, you're used to, you dial the emergency number, someone rocks up, doesn't matter if you have medical aid or if you have financial background.
Yeah.
So you get help at all times. And I realized, especially also with the private services, when you call them, they ask for medical aid, for payments, and they're not always available. And also another thing is, in Germany, when you dial the number within 15 minutes, you have someone knocking at your doorstep and you get help immediately. This was also here not the case. Sometimes depends on which service, but for example, also with the Ministry of Health, they are quite overwhelmed. You wait your half an hour to an hour.
Correct.
And I said, no, we must do something from our side.
Yeah.
Starting emergency services cost a lot of money. An ambulance, for example, just costs around about 2 million plus.
Yeah.
And then I had the chance to buy an ambulance, and I put myself with other medical practitioners together who shared the same vision. We must do something for the nation. We must provide service because people does not get help.
Yeah.
And then on the 1st of November 2019, it was so far then that we could put our first non-profit ambulance on the road.
Yeah.
And actually, after the official opening, it did not took long. It was actually 10 minutes after we said we are now on duty to Fire Brigade, MBA Fund, and so on, that then the first emergency call came in already. And we could help the person. And yeah, with that, since then, we are continuously growing. And for this year, we marked actually at the 1st of November, or just for 2013, not 2013, 2023.
2023.
I want to go back in the history. But in 2023, we have so far now, on the 1st of November, we had 1,000 emergency assistants, which is actually for we have at the moment only one ambulance running 24/7. It's quite a lot. So, but I must say also a very big thank you to my team. I have a big team. I have an awesome team behind me. Who are there with me and really the whole time there for our patients.
Yeah. Fabian, I just want to thank you in any case for being with us. I think it's fantastic. The time that you allow, when I phone you, you say to me, "I'll be there." And thank you to Francois Lottering as well, because he was actually the man behind the idea. This time of year we talk about emergency services because it's important for everyone. Now I just want to go back to the actual balance and the perspective of emergency services. How many ambulance services do we have in Windhoek at this moment?
At this moment, we have around about 11 emergency services.
Okay.
That is state, that is also City of Windhoek included, MVA Fund included, then our organization and the private ambulance services. There are 11 services which have all 1 to 2 ambulances, except Fire Brigade. Fire Brigade, they have 4 ambulances. Obviously, because they have a much higher call volume also.
I want you to be very frank with our InfoStreamers, whether you are talking with us or you just listening. What is the average condition of the ambulances? Question number one. Question number two, is there any standards, regulations as to what those standards in an ambulance or equipment should be in Namibia?
The status of the ambulance is different. You can have from top notch to let me say it's a vehicle with a stretcher.
Vehicle with a stretcher. You're correct.
A basic.
Yeah.
But it's also depending on the level of care what they provide on the ambulance.
Yeah.
Maybe coming to your second question, unfortunately, the current regulations is an old timer. Today is a vehicle show, so we can say literally it's an old timer or old wheeler.
Yeah.
No? Because it's very old, and here the Ministry of Health is currently busy with reviewing this.
Yeah.
Because from, let me say, from independence to now, it's only a few years, if you see it like this. But in the emergency medical field, so much changed. It became much more advanced. And for there also our non-profit organization was kind of guinea pig for the Ministry of Health to see, can everybody, A, can they afford the new regulation?
Yeah.
And B, is it possible? Does everything what we want to put on an ambulance fits in an ambulance?
Yeah.
Because that's the other question. Because if you think about a vacuum mattress that is for someone who has a spinal injury and so on, it takes space. It's literally a mattress what you must have in your ambulance. So we checked everything, and yes, everything fits what we are planning and want to have. And this regulation is on its way with the Ministry of Health.
You are serving on that committee.
I'm serving on the
advisory
committee.
committee.
There are different committee members from the ministry, from parastatal, from the private sector, and so on. Then we had our reach out to the public sector also, and it was well received. It is now with the legal department of Ministry of Health, and we hope that this gets implemented in 2024. And I can tell so much already to the viewers.
Yeah.
The standard then what we will get is equivalent to the European standard, even better than South Africa.
Wow.
Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yes.
You are not funded by anyone. I just want to go back to the association between EMA and OSHMED.
Yes.
Who is OSHMED?
OSHMED is one of our biggest sponsors, actually. So we have two big sponsors. One is OSHMED International.
Yeah.
The other one is WFC Westcare Medical Center.
Yeah.
These are our two big sponsors. But otherwise, we are dependent on donations, on contributions from people who say I want to support this work. If you look, the average cost of an emergency is around about between, let me say, 500 to 2,000 Namibian dollars, depending on what is wrong with the patient. And that is where we are dependent on donations. We are dependent on contributions from the public, from corporate sponsors, all these.
Awesome.
Okay, you mentioned that you got only one ambulance. Is the other vehicle on the picture, is that a response vehicle?
Yes, the other picture is a response vehicle. We were actually very lucky with the ambulance, what you're showing now. This was donated to us by the German embassy during the COVID time, and it's actually a high-tech ambulance because it has a negative pressure system.
Okay.
So it takes the air out, it filters, and then it releases to the outside, and that was donated by the German embassy to us to assist during the COVID times, especially with the COVID patients. And we have a special chamber also, similar like you know it from some movies actually, to transport patients, because also for us it's very important the safety of our medics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if a medic gets injured or ill, he cannot help. So we take very good care of our medics. If you see them on the road, you will see also they're not wearing the standard blue trouser, blue shirt. They will stand out. They're wearing.
I think those are. I've got some pictures.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
inside the ambulance? Or
No,
was
that was
was it-
outside, where we assisted the patient outside before we bring him in the ambulance.
Okay.
But there you can see, because scene safety is very, very important. And this is also from Oshmed International, their occupational safety and health
Yeah.
company. They're telling us also, listen, your guys must be visible and so on.
Yeah.
And this uniform is actually, many people think this uniform, it looks imported. No, it is made in Namibia.
Really?
Yes. And we have a very good tailor for that. And it looks very nice, but the most important thing is it's visible out
Yes.
there when we are at the scene, when we help the patients.
Just quickly, back to your services. So you do claim from a medical fund if the patient have a medical fund.
That is correct. If you have medical aid, we are registered with NAMAF, we can claim from them, but over 90% of our emergency calls are not from the medical or with any medical aid fund.
So you don't show anyone away, but you will assist. You will.
Yes. So when you call our control center, when you call our emergency number, then the number or the first question what they ask is, where is the emergency? Because that's the most important
Yeah,
thing.
of course you have to get.
If the telecommunication cuts off after that, we at least know where you are.
Yeah.
And then we can send help anyway. So that's the most important question. Also, when you are in an emergency situation, tell the people where is the emergency. We don't ask for medical aid because sometimes, must be honest, you don't have your wallet here with you. If I will get a heart attack here now, my wallet is not with me.
Yeah.
So how will you know that I have medical aid?
I understand.
So we totally phase this out. When we come then to you, also there, first we treat the patient before we ask anything, because mainly then, if it comes into the question, where would you like to go to, which hospital?
Yeah.
That is then where it's coming up, and then they're saying, yeah, we would like to go to Lady Pohamba
Yeah.
or to Mediclinic or to Roman Catholic. That's the 3 hospitals who have an emergency unit from the private sector. Then we ask, okay, do you have medical aid, which will allow them to go there? Because otherwise you must pay there a lot of money for emergency units. But most of our patients, they say, I don't have medical aid.
In what sense is your ambulance otherwise or better equipped than the normal standard ambulance? Because you seem and you sound very particular about quality service.
Yes, quality is standard, and as I'm from Germany, I know a standard,
What it should be.
how it should be, and this standard I implemented here. So all our vehicles, they have a defib monitor. That means it has an ECG, but also I say always it's a human jump starter on it. It has a vacuum mattress, which is very important for traumatic injuries. It has actually, it's like a little emergency unit inside. So you have your medications, you have your IVs, you have for everything, even childbirth. We have,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like a casualties on wheels.
Everything in there, and there we are looking that also our staff gets trained on a regular basis. Our staff gets equipped to the fullest, that they can always operate to the best standard, as I know it from Germany. And as we're going to, or the state going to implement it for all services. For example, if you look on this photo here to the right side, in the orange bag, what you see there, that is where the vacuum mattress is, for example, in there. Then you see all the cables going to the patient, and you can see there are 4 people in the ambulance, so it's also
Quite spacious.
quite spacious what's fitting in there. And we do also having sometimes students on board who do their intermediate, so that's the second highest level, or even students from the NAST who wants to become the advanced life support, that they get trained and also know and see how it is outside there.
Absolutely. Good. We're talking to Fabian. We will be back in a second. I'm just going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to also give you the EMET, or not EMET,
EMA
Emergency Medical
assistance.
number that you must be safe. We're also going to talk about an app, and we're going to talk about this little window sticker. But more about that when we return. So please don't go away.
Manol Oil, because you appreciate the finer things in life, and so should your car. Only the best lubricants to keep it running smoother for longer. Available at Global Parts.
Ja, hierdie tyd van die dag, Woensdag, ons praat ook gou-gou oor kossies. Vir die van julle wat daar op die kus is, swak ontmoet daar soos Mittwoch. Beef roast served with potatoes. That is now Ulster.
Yeah,
That is their menu. So every single day we show their menu, and every single day they got something different on it.
yeah. The good thing is when I'm always in Swakop, I'm going actually also Altstadt, and
Yeah.
if I see this food already there,
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting hungry now.
So that is what they had today was beef first, nice beef first. And just remember, we haven't spoken about smoked retails, but remember smoked retails. Ouens as julle wil einde van die jaar funksies, spitbraai, à la carte of net daar gaan kuier, skakel vir smoked retails by 081-240-8688. So ja, ons wil net weer vir julle sê, onthou Vrydag se groot dag, Food Friday. Ons gaan 'n bietjie sport praat ook met Hannes Tyd en dan ons braaibroodjie kompetisie. Hier by ons het ons vandag vir Fabian en daar's EMA se telefoonnommer, ek gaan die ene ook vir julle gee. Daar is dit gaan stoor. Please go save this telephone number. Save the emergency number. It's 9112. There's the information. 9112. Good. Let's get back to Fabian. Or Fabian. Tell us about the app and also the window sticker that you gave us.
Yes. What we realized often, because there are so many emergency numbers in Namibia.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Before we go, I want Fabian to tell us how many emergency numbers from here to the coast.
Yeah, from here to
Yes.
Swakop. So
Yeah.
if you drive to the Altstadt restaurant, you must have around about 4 to 5 emergency numbers saved in your phone.
That's ludicrous.
Yes. So,
So which one do you? Yeah. Okay.
but
All right.
also let's hope with the emergency reform, what I spoke about
Yeah.
from the ministry, this hopefully will also change, and it will move forward. But because of this, in the whole country, we have over 50 different emergency numbers, and
That's insane.
just imagine you want to
50.
50, yeah.
Julia?
Yeah, I know. And of course, we do have a national emergency number, but I don't think we should get into that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
Yeah.
the point. Have one, and then the services can be decentralized or much easier to reach. But okay, let's get back to your app and your organization, because that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
The app is actually a free app. Unfortunately, it's not on the App Store.
Yeah.
No, so if you want to have the app, you can send email to ema@osh-med.pro, so ema@osh-med.pro. Then we can send you the link, because unfortunately we are a non-profit organization, and here with the app, if you are on an app store, they want a lot of money. I can tell you that. So, but luckily there is also another way, and when we send you the information, there's also a YouTube clip where you then can check if you're not 100% sure how to download it on my phone. But the app is easy. You can download it, then you have it on your phone, and actually with a help of a push of a button, you get immediately assistance there. So when
That's
you
amazing.
press the button, the emergency button here on the app, then you get help. So I can show you directly the first button here is sending emergency. So if you're in a case of emergency, you press that, because the problem is not many people know their emergency numbers out of heart. So even if you are, for example, now in Gobabis and you do not know the number from Gobabis ambulance service there, you can call us and we have all numbers in our control center, but also we can immediately assist.
Yes, I'm just thinking whilst you're talking about emergency situations. It's exactly what it says, emergency. And often you hear about people who find themselves in an emergency situation not being able to really help themselves. There's no one around. You're alone in the house. You fell down a couple of steps or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that we try and get to something that's easy accessible and that can help you in that particular situation. Also when you're in a state of shock. It's not that, easy.
Because we have so many numbers in our cell phone.
Yeah.
And then if you look, oh shit, what is now the number I wanted to call?
Yeah.
Now, what is the emergency number? It's somewhere down the line, because we gave them, we thought, okay, we give them a number, which I will not, or a name, which I will not forget. And then here it is just, oh, where is it now?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Where did I store it?
That's the reason why we have this app. So it's saved on your app, and if you look, it has the EMA logo on it, and
We're gonna put
so it has the EMA logo on, and you cannot miss it. Put it on your start screen, and then you can get help. But also for other things, because not everybody has a smartphone. That is where we made, it's a car sticker, but you can put it also on the fridge at home, that your children also, because what is if something happens to you and your child must call for the ambulance? And we had the situations.
I can imagine.
So if they see somewhere this number, and that's the reason why we put it in the stop sign form, that people see, okay, there is stop, there is some important information, and this is easy reachable. And if you want to have this sticker, you're welcome to come to our emergency base. It's at 40 Beethoven Street, or you can send us an email and we can make a plan that you get the sticker to you.
Okay. One more question, and that is the matter of, I'm not in Windhoek. I have your telephone number stored, and this is the only information I've got. I'm on my way from Grootfontein. I'm in an accident, or I experienced an emergency, and I phone you. Now, how do you dispatch, and who do you dispatch to that particular situation if you are based only in Windhoek?
Okay. We have a map of a whole Namibia where all ambulance services are on.
Yeah.
And this map then shows us, okay, where is the closest emergency?
Yeah.
Or where's your emergency? Where's the closest ambulance? And then we inform the nearest ambulance. In the case of a motor vehicle accident, we inform the motor vehicle accident fund, saying there's an emergency, there's a car crash, that they have it also directly reported with them, that they can also fulfill the work what the MVA fund is doing.
You will immediately pass it on.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Thank you very much, Fabian, for this very interesting chat. Again, there's the emergency number 9112. It is a toll-free emergency number. Important information. Remember that. Where is the emergency? What happened? What kind of injuries? If you can assess that. Not always that easy. And how many people are injured? I think that those are the important things to remember. The app also available. You guys just to go and check that out. So there we have it. This information will be posted on also on our Facebook. I will pass on the slides to Julia and she will post it after the show. Fabian, thank you very much. We're looking forward to do some business. We're looking forward to have you on the show again for interesting development. Now that we've learned that you're part of a much bigger picture than just ambulance services, we're really looking forward to that. And also with our next chat with Francois, maybe incorporate you, because you guys are very active with the Cosmos Corps as well.
Correct.
And you've got a long relationship with Francois.
Yes, Francois and his Motor Media Group, they are supporting us also from our organizations.
Yeah.
And every Friday we are together and showing actually what we can do, what emergency is about. Because many people don't know, okay, for what can I actually call the emergency services? There's a long list where you can call it, but also another long list where you should not call and rather go to the doctor, because that is then taking one ambulance away from someone who has a heart attack.
That's a very interesting point you've just made. I had no idea that how important that is. So I think our follow-up discussion will be that. Then you sent me a list of what people can call for that's regarded as emergency, and the things that you should rather refer to someone else. That's, I think that's a very important discussion.
That is an important discussion. We together with Ongos Valley, we do actually at the moment also having an education strive into the community, that they know, okay, when must I go to the clinic or to the doctor, and when must I call the ambulance? Because the ambulance or emergency resources are limited, and that is when you call. Sometimes that's the reason why you must wait longer for an emergency, because they are at the moment busy with someone else who might not be an emergency. But obviously, if something is with your heart, with your breathing, or with your brain, always call the emergency service.
Yeah, we have a comment here from Motor Media Namibia, which is of course Francois Lottering. He says, we have no idea the importance of knowing or keeping emergency numbers close by. I absolutely agree. And he says, respect to these guys. I agree with that as well.
That's it. Baie dankie aan Francois. Baie dankie Francois, volgende keer kan julle saam op die bank gesels. So Fabian, thank you very much to you. And I've got two ads. I just quickly want to refer to Julia, and then we can finish. So Fabian, you can stay right here.
Dit is natuurlijk woensdag vandaag, so ons gaan lekker braai. Vir daai lekker braaivleisies of enigiets wat jy nodig het, sê ons natuurlik dankie vir Jok Dievenage. Gaan maak gerus by hom 'n draai. Daar's heerlike verskeidenheid. Jy sal nie spyt wees nie.
Ja, daar's sy telefoonnommer 0812812421. Jok se nommer. Die ander een waaroor ons moet praat is, en ons het begin met hulle reeks advertensies, en dit gaan oor die nuwe motorcycle tours. Dis natuurlik op Royal Enfields in Namibia. Ons het lekker met hulle gesels hier op die bank, en daar is hulle telefoonnommer. Dis Namibia Motorcycles, www.namibiamotorcycles.com, +264 81579 1786. As jy belangstel om te gaan toer in Namibia, dit baie pragtige roetes. All you have to do is just phone this number. +264 81579 1786. If you want to do a bit of a motorcycle tour in Namibia, or encourage your friends to do that. I will definitely put up the motorcycles that they're using the next time we look at it. It is Royal Enfield. Very, very hardy motorcycles. Fantastic to ride, not complicated, and you will enjoy the trip. Just quickly then, the next project, and that is the Dorp Park. Red die dorp. Hierdie projek is alreeds aan die gang. En julle kan inligting kry daar by die Henties Baai Spaar. Maar dit gaan oor die skraap van paaie, hengelpaaie, nuwe borde, die pad in die Soutgat en die Mesem krater. en dan die beskerming van welwitsie en inligting rondom dit en ook die spyn teen voetekspoeling. Strande word skoon geword, woestyn moet skoon gehou word en die tyd van die jaar is dit altyd baie interessant. Julia het nou die dag sê, as jy nou iewers gaan visvang of gaan kamp of gaan braai op die strand, vat tog terug wat jy ingebring het en moet dit nie daar los. Dis
Yes.
aardig, nee.
Ek het gesê dit maak jou 'n krimineel.
Dis wat jy gesê het.
Loitering is 'n criminal offence.
Jy het dit gesê en dieselfde met
Nee, in mors, in wat ook al is 'n criminal offence. Even public urination, wat so baie gebeur ook in vakansietye, because dis 'n criminal offence.
Ja, jy's reg. Alleen Aghenbach, Johan Aghenbach, daar's die telefoonnommers. Hierdie mense is alreeds deel van die projek by die dorp 08130 41981 skakel vir Daleen. Sy is aan stuur van sake op Willem de Wet of Johan Aghenbach. Infostream is baie trots dat ons deel is van hierdie projek. Daar is nog van die borge. Daar's way to stay, daar het gister ons 'n pragtige bydrae gegee oor 'n videoetjie oor die dorppark wat min mense weet bestaan en jy kan ook jou rafflekaartjies gaan kry. Skakel net e-pos vir Daleen of skakel vir Daleen. 081304198. En die kaartjies is net $100 per kaartjie. So ek dink dis eintlik relatief maklik. Sy het net gesê, onthou net, moenie net by die Spar kom aanklop en sê, okay, hier's ek, wat moet ek doen nie? Die fondse word ingesamel, dan word dit versprei en dan word dit aangewend soos die eerskomende naweek. Gaan hulle begin om die paaie te skraap. So daai masjinerie, daai operators moet word betaal. So dit is nodig dat daar fondse geskenk word. Dit gaan natuurlik dan ook in 'n rekening.
Yes.
En dan van daar af word dit gebruik.
Ek stem saam met jou Dirk en dit begin by elkeen van ons wat gaan vakansie hou. Ook is ook ons verantwoordelikheid om seker te maak no littering, bly op jou paaie. Moenie welwitjies se blare afsny in boor hulle ry, daai tipe goed nie. Ek dink dit begin by elkeen van ons is ons verantwoordelikheid in ons land. Mooi te hou vir die volgende generasie.
Wat sê jy vir iemand wat gister gesê het, maar ons moet ook 'n bietjie ons kinders voorstok kry.
Ja nee, absoluut en dit is en ek moet dit self erken, dit begin by my as 'n ouer en my seun wat jonk is, dit gaan by my om hom op te voed en te sê, kyk na wat jy het. Ek meen as dit weg is dit weg.
Fabian, the same with emergency services. We're talking here about care for nature. And taking care on holiday season. How important is the education process from the smallest of ages, so that the youth understand the importance of medical services, why they're there for, and also the use of telephone numbers.
It is actually very, very important. And I say always education is key.
Yeah.
Because how should someone know what to do right, to do wrong, if they don't know? So, and here we're going also even into school classes. And I think that the youngest school class was grade 1. Which we educated, but obviously it's a different approach than what we do for elderlies. So we make it a bit more fun and everything, and the kids love it. We on a regular basis we're going to the scouts, also to the various and there are quite a lot of scouts in Namibia. So actually for nearly every language group you have a scout group.
Yeah, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Being in the emergency service, sorry for interrupting you. Don't you think, or do you think that first aid should be part of the school curriculum?
That's an interesting one.
Yes, it should be part of the curriculum, but even if you look to the statistics where I'm coming from Germany, we had similar situations. People think always, okay, Germany is so advanced and so on, but they started also somehow the system. And what they've implemented in the, it was only in the 80s, they made first aid compulsory for everybody who has a driver's license. So now imagine everybody who has a driver's license driving around can do first aid. And you know, especially when you drive, for example, from Okahanja to Chirarongo, it's a long stretch and it takes a while till the ambulance comes there. So what did happened is, okay, they implemented first aid, and every car, and that's the reason when you buy a German car, there's always a first aid kit inside.
Yeah.
Now, because it's a must to have a first aid kit with you. And that is how the death toll rate at street accidents, they brought down. Because everybody had to do, and it was by law, you must do first aid when you're coming to a scene.
Yeah.
And everybody was then trained in first aid. And severe bleeds and so on can be stopped. So, and that is one crucial point. Just by one small law change. I said, everybody, when you do your driver's test for the driver's license, you must show a valid first aid certificate.
She's quiet today. I don't know why.
I'm listening because I'm really interested in the emergency medical stuff. Yeah.
We'll talk because
And,
you've got a lot of experience in first aiding, Julia, but also in providing courses.
Yeah, but what I think it's an excellent idea with having a driver's license, you must have first aid. Namibiërs moet nou nie vir my aan 'n boom ophang nie, maar some of our Namibians shouldn't have a driver's license.
Sometimes they don't have a driver's license, but still drive a car.
I just want to say that is an interesting chat for Motoring Wednesday. So, whether you should or should not. And I just want to say something in defense of the people with grey hair. Should or shouldn't have a driver's license got nothing to do with age. Absolutely nothing. Because if I tell you at what age I got my motorcycle license and I pass it and I am so proud of it, whilst a lot of youngsters fail one after the other after the other.
You've got a lot of experience driving, so. Omdat jy grys is. Ek sê nie eens oud nie, ek sê jy's grys.
Fabian, yeah, we actually way after our time. Julia, last but not least, and very important every day, is just give us a little bit of a
En vandag is dit
oversight.
spesifiek belangrik. Ons het die hele week al gepraat van waarskuwings van hierdie verskriklike hittegolf wat nou gaan Namibië gaan gebeur en ons sit nou hier met Fabian en hitte is 'n groot ding wat baie keer baie ernstige medical emergencies veroorsaak. So van vandag af na môre toe ons kyk na môre se temperature, asseblief kyk na jouself en kyk na jou dierekinders ook. Hulle is ook belangrik.
Daai cautionary note reads,
Heatwave conditions expected in the south into the weekend.
yeah. So in
Gesê
that,
dit gaan
if
van
you
vandag
look at the
af
map, the South African map, then you will see extreme heat wave conditions.
Yeah.
All the way from actually Bloemfontein up Uppington, that entire area there, Kuruman, Osmasburg, all of that neighboring us, and they talk about high fire possibilities and extreme heat wave, and that is why it's reaching the south of Namibia.
As ons nou kyk na ons temperature, moenie vergeet hierdie noorde gaan net so warm wees, maar kom ons begin gaan by die ooste. Arnos 1838 is nog steeds verskriklik warm. Kobawis 1836. Ons kyk na die noorde, Grootfontein 1838 en dan natuurlik Rundu 2037. Ons gaan nou vir die ander noordeplekke wat verskriklik warm gaan wees. Ondangwa is natuurlik 22 en 39 wat baie hoog is op 'n Koejo. Daar by Etosha 21:39 gaan verskriklik warm wees. As ons kyk na die suide, Mariental in 1938, Keetmanshoop in 1938, maar ek wil vandag ook vir Aruap noem wat 1939 is. Dit is nou diep in die suide. Kyk na die sentraal, Windhoek natuurlik in 1935. Ons windhoekers is nie gewoond aan hitte meer nie. So ek dink ons gaan môre lekker warm kry. Ons kyk na die kus, Walvisbaai 17:24, Swakopmund 14:25 en dan natuurlik Henties Baai, die Boere Bahamas 13:23. So dis heerlike weer daar by die kus. Ek is verskriklik jaloers op julle, maar vir die ouetjies hier sentraal, noorde, ooste, oral, dit gaan verskriklik warm wees. So kyk na jouself.
Guys, you're from Infostream Ho. If you like the show, like to advertise, like to be on the show, come and chat on the show. All you have to do is just like our show, share it, follow it. In the new year we'll have a much nicer picture than that.
And speaking about liking, sharing and following Infostream, I did put a page link for EMA Rescue Services in the comment section. Please, you're welcome to open it and like it, share it with your friends as well.
There we go. Fabian, I think that is it. We'll get you and Francois together. Then we're going to talk about the list, the important list that we should know, the do's and the don'ts. Please make sure if you guys want to have this little sticker to go and call on them. and go to the actual venue, the main hub. That is in
Beethoven Street.
Beethoven.
Yes.
I'm more a Mozart fan.
Mozart is around the corner.
Thank you very much for the
Yeah,
wonderful
thank you
work
so
that
much.
do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being the guest on the show today. There is the man himself in their stunning outfit, the stunning uniform, if you want to call it. I really think it's actually very pretty. I mean,
Yeah, and most important, it's made in Namibia.
yeah,
It's made in Namibia, yeah.
Some Fabian himself. Jules, vlug dat my stories uit.
Van my kant af ook, ons sien julle natuurlik môre by
Môre.
Health and Wellness Thursday. Yes, lekker dag verder.
This Health and Wellness Thursday is proudly brought to you by Victoria Pharmacy and Highlands Pharmacy. Your health is our concern.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can also WhatsApp us. Please do us a favor and like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, so you can get an update when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for now, hope to see you next time.